Welcome to the session and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're dialing from. And for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can re-watch this video again and also so that you don't miss out anything important as well. Okay, so a very good day to you. My name is Sifu Wong and welcome to the Crypto Lab. This is going to be our 3 days live trading workshop where I'm going to teach you how you are going to learn to trade cryptocurrency. And of course, for those of you who are new, this was supposed to be a monthly session where those participants who have participated in the previous session before, they will be added into a Telegram group in which they are going to be given some homeworks to do. But for this round, since we are going to do it and also stream live on YouTube at the very same time, there will be a direct recording of this live version itself on the YouTube channel. Okay, so for those of you who are watching right now, please make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you don't miss out anything important. All right, so without further ado, let's begin with the session. Okay, before we start with anything else, I would just like to double confirm that for those of you who are listening and watching right now live together with me, is my audio clear for you? Or can you see me? Or can you see my slide? If it is yes, please make sure that you use the chat box function there to communicate with me because you are not supposed to have any vocal from here to just maintain the consistency of the whole session. All right, thank you, guys. So we won't have like a many of us here in the Zoom room. Okay, so if there's anything wrong, please communicate with me on the chat box. Okay, so thank you very much for responding. Okay, let's start with the session. Before that, let me just drop a disclaimer note first. Okay, this session and any information shared along this whole 3 days workshop, it is solely for educational purpose only. This is not a financial advice, and of course, this is going to be a very risky thing if you would like to choose to proceed with this. Futures trading is risky and only trade with the money you afford to lose. And leverage trading on margin carries a high level of risk and it may not be suitable for all investors. Past performances of any trading systems or methodology doesn't guarantee any futures result. Now, if it is agreed, that will not hold me nor anyone responsible for any losses in current market from your own action. Can we agree with this first? If it is yes, please type a yes in the chat box function. Can we agree with this? That this is not a financial advice and is only for educational purposes. And if we can agree with this, please type a yes in the comment section or in the chat box before we continue. Right, thank you so much. Okay, come, let's continue with it. Okay, essentially, for those of you who are new and watching this right now, you probably would like to know who is this workshop is for. So in this section, I'm going to give you some highlight what you are going to expect for the whole 3 days workshop, what is going to be the end result after the 3 days. And of course, now we are going to talk about who is this workshop is for. Now, first of all, this is essentially for those of you who are classified as a newbie. Okay, of course, let me just brief you a little bit. What is the classification as a newbie? A newbie is someone who knows nothing about cryptocurrency, or number two, probably you've heard something about crypto but do not know what is that. And number three is that you probably know something about crypto, but you do not know how to start. And number four, you probably have gone through some scam platform, or probably you have scammed before in those investment platform. And number five is important. You are someone who is willing to do what it takes to make money. Okay, so if you fall into any of this category, this workshop is for you. And of course, I'm going to talk about who is this workshop not suitable for as well. If you are someone who do not want to make money, it's all right, it's fine. This workshop is not for you. And if you are someone who is sensitive towards money, believe me, there are someone who say that, okay, you don't talk about money with me, so yeah, we don't like to talk about money. Okay, so if you are sensitive towards money, this workshop is not for you as well. And number three, for someone who doesn't want to learn anything new, this is not for you. This platform essentially is for those who wanted to come and learn, earn, and of course, grow together with us. Okay. And number four, if you are someone who is looking for some done for you system, this is not the workshop that you should attend to. This is not a done for you system. Number five, you probably might want to look someone to give you money without doing anything. Of course, this is not the right platform. Okay. And number six, last but not least, someone who doesn't want to take any action. All right. So if you fall into any of this category, this workshop is not for you. Feel free to do whatever you want. You probably wanted to do something else that's more beneficial for you, and please go ahead and do it. Okay. This workshop is not for you. All right. So now let us begin. And also, I'm going to give you some highlights. What is going to be what are we going to cover for this 3 days workshop? Okay, this 3-day workshop, excuse me, this 3 days workshop has been divided into 3 days, which is three topics that we are going to talk about. Today, we are going to talk about the part one. We are going to introduce what is crypto is all about. We will discuss what is cryptocurrency and also the related topics so you understand why crypto is important to us and why do we need to understand about cryptocurrency. And part two, which is tomorrow, we are going to, okay, before we go to the technical part for tomorrow, today, previously there was supposed to be homeworks to be given to those participants who attended to this workshop where they need to complete some homework before the next day. So instead of giving them homeworks, I am going to do it a little bit differently this round. Instead, giving it as a homework, I'm going to do the homework together with you at the end of the session. So there will be 2 parts of every day. That means part one, which is mostly I'm going to talk, and part two, we are going to do it together. So I'm going to bring you through how the process of running your homework that's supposed to be done at home. So I'm going to do it together with you at the end of today. Okay, so that's was part one. And tomorrow, we are going to discuss about the technical part. This is essential for those of you who are new to trading. I'm going to share about the technicality of trading. Okay, I'm not going to go to the details about how to create a cryptocurrency, how to use blockchain and all this kind of thing. But essentially, the skills that you're going to learn on part two, which is tomorrow, you will be able to use it onto a lot of other assets as well, such as if you wanted to use this knowledge to trade Forex, for example, you can do that. You wanted to use this knowledge that you learn tomorrow to use to trade stocks, you will be able to do that as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about the technicality of trading, and where part three, where we are going to use whatever you learn on day two onto the hands-on part on day three, where we are going to doing this live trading together. Okay, so part three is where we are going to do live trades together. I'm going to show you that how we are going to apply all this knowledge that we have learned before into the live trading session, where we are going to do it together, pick some coins to trade, play some trade, and that is what we are going to do essentially on the third day. So basically, at the end of this 3 days workshop, what you are going to achieve is that 3 things. One, you will understand, of course, what is crypto trading is all about. Okay, so essentially, I'm going to teach you, and what you're going to achieve at the end of the day is that you will be able to create your first exchange account by your own. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And number two, you will be able to learn how to place your first trade if you haven't placed any trade before. And number three, you will be able to collect your first profits. So this is the 3 guaranteed thing that you are going to achieve at the end of this 3 days workshop right here. So this is going to be the highlight of what we are going to cover for this 3-day session. Okay, now let's begin for our part one, intro of cryptocurrency. Then let's understand about what is cryptocurrency first and why cryptocurrency. Okay, so there are a lot of other assets out there. Why do we need to use cryptocurrency? Okay, so for those of you who do not know what is crypto is all about, it is basically a currency or money in a digital format. So I believe that in some other countries that you have this shopping platform such as like eBay. In Malaysia, I'm from Malaysia, and in Malaysia mostly we are going to use like Lazada or maybe like Shopee and all this kind of thing. Of course, we are going to purchase things over there by using our local currency, which is Ringgit Malaysia, where we are going to purchase it by doing bank transfer, or you're going to load up the wallet from the platform itself by using our local Malaysian ringgit. So just imagine that is exactly the money it is not in the currency format, but it's in digital format. So you can basically use all this cryptocurrency for you to do some purchases, as whatever that you want to buy, you will be able to do that. It's basically just a currency, okay? But when you ask me like, hey, Seafood, in our local currency, in our governmental currency, like for example, in Malaysia, we are going to have like Malaysian ringgit only. But in cryptocurrency, there are a few hundreds, few thousand, or tens of thousands of it. So why there's so many, and how are we going to use them, and which one that I should know to purchase or to invest so that I can make money from it? Okay, so these are the things that we are going to discuss by today. So you will be able to understand that why cryptocurrency and why do we need to select some certain crypto, and also how we are going to use all this thing and why it's so important to us. Okay, so as we go along, you will be able to understand a little bit more. Okay, but so in the whole session for today, tomorrow, and also the third day as well, along the way, if you have any question in between, I would appreciate that you can just take a piece of paper, write it down first. Okay, because just to make sure the consistency of the session, we will like to go through the whole session first, and I will give you ample enough time for you to ask questions at the end of the workshop. Okay, so if you have anything that you don't understand or you wanted to ask, please make sure that you write down on a piece of paper, and I'll give you enough or ample time at the end of the workshop for you to ask questions. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's continue. And let's understand why crypto is so special and important to us. Okay, first of all, number one, okay, this is we're going to discuss about the features of cryptocurrency right now. So I'm going to tell you that why crypto is so special and important to us, that we should or must learn this. Okay, it uses decentralized technology. Now, what is this decentralized technology idea is all about? Well, cryptocurrency are not controlled by any central authorities, just like our local currency, Malaysian ringgit, it has been controlled by the local government. Okay, so you have a central bank to control the currency. And cryptocurrency, you don't have any central authorities to control it, which makes them less vulnerable to censorship, fraud, and political interference. Okay, so that is the one good thing about cryptocurrency. Okay, and number two, okay, we are going to discuss about all the other features, why cryptocurrency is so special, and why we need to know about it. Well, cryptocurrencies are what we call it as cryptography. They use cryptography to secure the transaction and maintain the integrity of the blockchain. Of course, I understand that it might sound a little bit technical, but to simplify this point, just look at these two pictures. So what does the feeling that it will give you when you look at these two pictures? A picture of a padlock, a picture of a lock. Okay, so what kind of feelings when you look at these two pictures right here without reading the description below? So when you look at these two pictures, what are the feelings that it gives you? Feel free to use the chat box to reply me. So what does the feeling that it gives you? While at the very same time, this video has been streamed live on YouTube right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment as well, drop some comment as well. Excuse me. Okay, so basically, if I were you, okay, if I were you, when I look at these two pictures right here, it gives me an idea where security will take place. Okay, so someone say that the lock on the right can be kept in your own place. Yes, it is true. So you can keep anything valuable at your own designated place. So when I look at these two pictures, the first idea that came across my mind was that security. Okay, you wanted to make sure your transactions that you made through the blockchain is secure, right? So just for your information, any transaction, or I would say every single little transactions that you use by cryptocurrency through the blockchain will be recorded. So there is no such as like a misalignment or maybe like some delay or this kind of thing that happens in the cryptocurrency transaction, because each and every transaction you are able to track it and you will be able to trace it. So it makes your transaction very, very secured. Okay, that is the first feature. So let's go on to the next feature. What is going to be the next features? So the next features has been represented by this glass with this soda, water, whatever water inside it. We talk about like transparency. Okay, cryptocurrency use blockchain technology, which makes transactions transparent and reduces the potential of fraud. Okay, so like what I mentioned just now, each and every transactions that you make through crypto will be recorded on the blockchain. So you cannot say that, hey, you know what, I have transferred $1 million to your account, but in fact I never did anything, and I printed a fraud list, that a slip to prove my transactions. Okay, but in cryptocurrency you can't do that, because each and every transactions will be printed, not printed, will be recorded on the blockchain, where you can go to the blockchain and check every one of these transactions. But the only thing that you do not know is that all these transactions will be recorded in a very long form of address, in which it makes us very, very difficult for us to copy that and to make it into like, I cannot make a random transactions by just creating some random address and transfer that. I won't be able to do that, because it's going to be a very, very long form of transactions ID that makes it impossible to copy. Okay, so with that said, each and every transaction is recorded and it's transparent. So you don't need to worry about someone trying to scam you out of any crypto transactions. All right. Next one, lower transaction fees. Cryptocurrency transaction can be processed at a lower cost than traditional payment methods, which can save users money. Now, I'm going to share a little bit of a backstory first. For those of you who knows me, I'm teaching martial art, and I have a few students from India. One of them particularly by the name of Arjun. If he's watching this, hi Arjun. So he kind of like traveled to Malaysia to learn martial art with me a few years back. And for the first few years, we don't practice this. So he need to pay me fees, right? So what he did was he is going to go to the bank and do this wire transfer, TT transfer to my bank account. And what happened was, excuse me, when he did that, his bank over that side from India is going to charge him one. And when I need to wait for the funds to arrive, it will take about easily 7 to 14 days, about 10 days like that, averagely. And when I collect the funds from my bank account, I will be charged as well. So there was 2 time charge for one transaction. Plus, it's going to take about like 10 days time before I can receive the funds. So along the way, we discovered PayPal. When we use PayPal, of course, it will charge for 5% as a transaction fees for every transaction. All right. And lately, we discovered cryptocurrency. So when he transfer cryptocurrency, I will be able to receive the fund not only immediately, but with zero charges. Okay. So if you are running a business, you wanted to do some transactions through banks, of course, bank is going to monitor transactions, but it's going to involve some fees. Okay. So when you use cryptocurrency, it's basically not only for some of it will lower down your transaction fees. To a certain extent, you can use it for free. Okay. So of course, I'm going to teach you how you can do that so you can save some cost for your transactional fees over there. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on. Next features is faster transactions. Well, cryptocurrency transaction can be processed more quickly than traditional payment methods, which can be useful for time-sensitive transactions. Like what I mentioned before, if you would like to send money to me, you need to go through your local bank. And during the transaction is going to go through my local bank. So can you see that there are a lot of parties actually involved in one transaction itself? Okay, from person A to person B, to its bank, to my bank, than the transaction itself. Okay, so certain parties that be involved. So a lot of room for errors that might actually happen as well. So when you use cryptocurrency, it's between person A and B directly. There is no third party that involves in between that makes the transactions way more faster and more transparent. Okay, like what I said, the moment when my students send me funds over from India, the moment when they press the button, in a few minutes time, I think it's about like what 3 to 5 minutes time, I saw the funds already appearing in my wallet already. So that's how fast it become. Okay. Next one is accessibility. So anyone basically with an internet connection can buy and sell and transfer cryptocurrency regardless of their locations or financial status. So today, if you stay away from the city, you might need to travel all the way to the city to access to your bank account to be able to make some transactions. All right. But today, if you have an internet connection from home and a mobile phone, basically you can access to cryptocurrency and make all the transactions from there already. And it's faster, cheaper, and way better. All right. So these are some of the features that is cryptocurrency able to provide us. Okay. Last but not least, investment opportunities. Cryptocurrency can be bought and sold on exchanges, and the value can fluctuate widely, which provides investment opportunities for those who are willing to take on a certain level of risk. So this is the part where we are going to focus on this workshop, how we can make best use of this volatility where the value can fluctuate widely, and we make best use of this fluctuation to make money from there. Okay, so of course we are going to go through that by tomorrow on the technical part. Then we are going to do together on the third day. All right, excuse me. Okay, let's move on. So in summary, since cryptocurrency uses decentralized technology, these main three features that you need to remember. Number one, censorship. When they use decentralized technology, basically it's very difficult for people to censor it because blockchain is something that cannot be hacked, and you cannot steal anything out from a blockchain because each and every transaction will be recorded. So with that said, I cannot say that I steal your crypto from your wallet because technically no one are able to do that unless you allow them to. Okay. And number two, there is no government interference. Now, when there is no government interference, say for example today, for those who know, I just came back from my holiday in Vietnam. And when I'm in Vietnam, I cannot use my local currency. So I need to go to some foreign exchange to exchange their Vietnam dong in order for me to spend over there. And the problem here is that I don't change much. Okay, so I only, if I remember correctly, I only changed like 500 ringgit to bring over there. So 500 ringgit is like not a lot. 500 ringgit is about how many dollars of that? You divide by 4, that technically gives you about 200 bucks. Okay, so 200 USD, roughly about that. So I brought only 200 USD. And the moment when it changed to foreign exchange, I immediately become a millionaire because my 500 ringgit is equivalent to 2.8 million Vietnamese dong. So I went there as a millionaire. So I was like just joking with my partner. I say that, hey, you know what? When we come up from the foreign exchange, we immediately become a millionaire. So I said, wow, that's so interesting, right? So now the thing with local currency, you can only use it in your local place, right? So wherever you came from. Like I'm from Malaysia, I can only use my Malaysian ringgit in Malaysia. So it is not going to work as some other countries outside from Malaysia because there are some government rules that are not accepted over there. Your currency won't be accepted. So when you go to some other country, of course, you need to change to their local currency in order for you to spend over there, right? So when you use crypto, there is no government interference. That means you can basically spend your crypto everywhere in the world as long as the vendor or the seller that you wanted to do transaction with has the wallet of cryptocurrency where you can basically do any transactions with them. Okay, so this is what some of the features in by using cryptocurrency. And last but not least is inflation rate, where a lot of people they tend to overlook about this inflation rate that is currently happening in all across the globe. Okay, even in Malaysia as well, we have inflation. So our inflation rate now is at 3.75, the last I checked. So if you are talking about like 3.75%, right? In the next 20 years or so, your a common cup of coffee is going to increase by at least 20% in terms of price due to inflation. So why do we wanted to let this inflation to affect us where we can actually grow our money, but not in the bank? That is also why for those who are rich, they don't practically keep their money in the bank. They kept the money where the money will grow. Because when you kept the money in the bank, when you kept the money in the bank, the interest rate given by all those banks right here will not be able to catch up with the inflation rate. Okay, so Of course, when you adapt to cryptocurrency, you are going to have all these features that you're going to enjoy an inflation free rate. There's no government interference. It's borderless. You can spend it everywhere you want. And of course, there's no censorship at the very same time. Okay, so this is the summary of all the features when we adapt to cryptocurrency. Okay, okay, next. Let's talk about the problem that we are facing with our current fiat currency, which is our local currency. You see, there is no reason that you wanted to suddenly adapt to crypto, right? So you need to have a strong reason of why I should use cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's talk about the problem that we're facing with our current fiat currency first. Okay, just going to show you a few paper cutting. This one says that from Straits Times, so Asia, robbers blows up ATM machine and flee with more than $100,000 in Malaysia. This is happening in Malaysia, right? This was like a few years back. And of course, you will say that, yeah, my money with the bank is secured by the insurance from the bank. So basically, the money that they stole from the ATM machine got nothing to do with me. Okay. Well, wait until you look at the rest of the few. But before that, I would like to share with you one very funny story. I remember there was many years back already. This robber, they tried to steal this ATM machine by tagging them with a chain to the truck. So they basically pull up the whole ATM machine from the ATM counter with their truck. And eventually, you know what happened? The moment when they moved the truck and pulled the ATM machine over, the ATM machine kind of toppled down, and the whatever contents inside the machine was blasted out on the floor. And eventually, you know what happened? The ATM machine that they pulled out was actually not an ATM machine. It was actually a check deposit machine where all the check was like scattered boom on the floor without they realizing that they actually got the wrong machine. Okay, so yeah, okay, this extra shame that I feel that it's so funny that um when you're a robber, okay, so I think you need to learn to rob smart as well, right? So yeah, that's something that I just came across. I would like to share with you guys. Okay, now let's see what are the other features as well. Yeah, it's kind of backfire. It's damn funny. Okay, let's look at this next one. Okay, again, Malaysian grandmother loses around 300,000 ringgit Malaysia by keeping the money in Milo tins. Well, this is something very common to the Asians, especially for the older generation, where they don't believe in banks. Okay, this older generation, if like my late grandmother, also the same thing. She did this, and they don't keep their money in the bank. They would like to hold the money in their hands so that they feel secure, kind of like secure. They are kind of like protecting their own money. So they want to feel the feeling of the physical form of these notes, currency notes, right? So she basically kept money everywhere in the house, okay, above the cupboard, underneath the sofa, underneath the bed, under the pillow, the kitchen, and everywhere. So basically, everywhere in the house, it seems like there money everywhere, okay? And apparently, this Malaysian grandmother was a little bit unfortunate, where she kept the money in Milo tins, and you can see that the pictures taken here, the money kind of like spoiled, being affected by maybe flood or maybe being bitten by rats and stuff like that. Okay, so it's been like losing almost $300,000 by keeping money in Milo tins. Okay, this happens in 2020. I guess this was during the pandemic time that time. Okay, next, over $100,000 in cash was stolen from a senior home in Goderich. Okay, so for those of you who are staying near the community, you should actually know what happened. The insect get rich. Oh yeah. The insect gotten rich by eating the currency notes. Yeah. It's kind of funny there. It got me for a while. Okay, now I think by now you should be able to get some ideas. What are the problems that all this fiat currency will give us? Okay, and next one it says that Venezuela introduces a new currency that drops 6 zeros. All right, 6-0. Now this one also I would like to share another funny story with you guys. Okay, so why you see Venezuela has for years seen some of the world's worst inflation, complicating cash transaction amid economic crisis. So that's why the government introduces a new currency that drops 6 zeros. Okay, now this story that I would like to share with you is really funny. It's because like when this is my friend. He just got married, and he went to a honeymoon with wife to Bali, Indonesia. And this was his first time to Indonesia. And of course, they need to actually convert some of the cash Malaysian ringgit to Indonesian rupiah, to be able to spend over there. Okay, so there was a time when they was on this walk around, and they saw this very interesting horse cart ride, and he was asking how much does it cost to bring them, the couple, back to the hotel. And the horse cart rider said that it was 100. They said 100? Yeah, 100. So they took the ride. Okay, fine. So they took the ride. So they took the ride all the way back to the hotel. And the moment when they got down from the hotel, everyone from the hotel looking at them as thought that they were some sort of VIP. So who the hell will actually take a horse cart ride all the way back to the hotel, you know? So come to the interesting part. When my friend wanted to pay this $100 to the horse cart rider, so he took out 100 Indonesian rupiah and paid to the rider. And the rider, with a small laughing glimpse and look at him, he said, boss, with this, it's not even enough for me to buy my cigarette. You say, what? You was the one to say that it was 100. Yeah, it's 100,000. 100 is like so small. They say, what? 100,000? Yeah, because our currency have a lot of thousand at the back that we don't practice saying the thousand. So 100 means it's 100,000. 10 means it's 10,000. 1 means 1,000, of course. So that's how they refer that. They say, oh, okay. Now he understood. It's because of a lot of zeros at the back that they don't practice saying the thousand because it was a common language over there. So 100 means 100,000. Okay, so a million means you just minus that thousand out. Okay, you get what I mean? So this happens because of inflation. Okay, your fiat currency is affected by inflation, number one. And from the first previous slides that I shared with you, it is because our fiat currency, which is our paper physical form of money, right? Because it comes in a physical form. Say, for example, that today I have a bag loaded up with $100 notes, the whole back of it, a few $1,000s. And apparently, if my bag was broken, or maybe a few stacks of this $100 or $1,000 notes falls or drops to the floor. So with that said, anyone from my bag who collected that stack of money, it belongs to them. I cannot say, hey, wait, stop. This was mine. It just dropped from my bag. Please return it to me. So there's no such thing because technically, anyone who collected on the floor, it belongs to them. That's why when you say that from the previous slide, you're going to get these ideas of currency can be stolen, it can be robbed, it can be spoiled, it can be manipulated, and it will be affected by inflation, like what you're seeing right now in front of you of the slides. So with that said, that's why cryptocurrency has been created to overcome or to solve all these problems that we are facing currently with fiat currency. So that's why cryptocurrency, you don't have a physical format of either coins or currency note. It's just things that is in digital form. So there's nothing for you to steal. And in fact, you cannot hack and you cannot steal it. And plus, it's inflation free. Okay, so that's why with all this problem that we are facing with the current fiat currency that we are facing right now, so it is best that we have this ideology of tries to adapt to cryptocurrency in our day-to-day usage of applications. Okay, so the next few slides will actually blow your mind. Are you ready to go for that? If you're ready to go there, please help me to type yes in the chat box. If you're ready for the next few slides that will blow your mind, please help me to type a yes in the chat box right now. So the first part of this workshop is basically I'm going to share a lot of information on how and why you're going to use cryptocurrency. Then the next part, I'm going to teach you how you can actually set up your first account ready. Then we are going to do it together, okay? So, excuse me. Thank you very much for replying. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now what if I tell you, apart from all the features that I've shared with you just now, it is the whole cryptocurrency thingy here, it is just a fraction of what is the bigger thing to come. So you know that, okay, now cryptocurrency, yeah, it offers me a lot of features, which is security, transparency, saves some transaction, all this kind of thing. It is just a small fraction of what is the bigger thing to come. Now, let me just give you a perspective. Before that, do you happen to came across any of these companies that you are looking right now? Like Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, Google, Walmart, Meta, JP Morgan, Alibaba, Nike, Adidas, PepsiCo, and all this. So you might have heard of these companies, right? Now, do you know all these Fortune 500 companies? What are the things that they shared in common? Let's give it a try. What do you think they shared in common? All these companies right here, what do you think they shared in common? What do they have in common? iPhone. Who is this iPhone here? Is that Osby? We have one participant here named iPhone. So do you have any idea of all these Fortune 500 companies? What do they share in common? While waiting for you to reply, just give me a moment. I need to turn on this fan. Just give me a second. A lot of money? Yeah. Fortune 500 company has a lot of money. For sure. What else? What else? What else do you think that they have in common? Technology? Yes, that's technology. Oh, hi, Osby. Yeah, I suspect that was you. Okay, so some say that these companies have a lot of money and also they shared a certain amount of technology with them. Okay, now guys, if you're listening right now, I have just turned on the fan. Has it affected the audio? Can you still hear me clearly? Because I've just turned on the fan. It's a little bit warm right now. Has it affected the audio quality? Is it very noisy right now? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, thank you so much, Christy. Thank you. Okay, now let me just continue with the slides right here. What are these Fortune 500 companies shared in common? Okay, so just keep in mind first. Now I'm going to share with you a few paper cuttings. The first one says that Global Metaverse Market Report of 2022 and 2030, featuring major players such as the Meta platforms, namely Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tencent, Roblox, Unity Software, Epic Games, Alibaba, and among others. All right. So this is the first paper cutting. Now let's go for the next one. Justin Bieber joins the metaverse with Wave Performance. Now, anyone who doesn't know who is Justin Bieber, go and Google out. Okay. For those who doesn't know who is it, all right? So I believe most of us know who is Justin Bieber is. He joins the metaverse with a Wave Performance. Okay. Next, the top Fortune 500 metaverse development companies. Okay, these are some highlights. Okay, some main titles and highlights. Next, again, Fortune 500 companies that have embraced Web3 and blockchain. Thank you, Osby, for replying. Thank you. So now, by now, you should be able to have an idea of what are the similarities or the common things that have been shared by all these Fortune 500 companies already, right? If you doesn't know that, yes, it is this word called the metaverse. Okay, so what is this metaverse is going to be, and why it is so special that all these Fortune 500 companies wanted to invest or get a piece of this metaverse? Well, for those of you who doesn't know what is this metaverse before, I'm just going to just simplify it with you. If you have watched this movie called Ready Player One, basically that is metaverse. Okay, so in that movie, if you haven't watched that movie, it's quite a nice movie. I kind of like it. Okay, so basically this movie is about this protagonist was actually playing a game where they need to wear this goggle, like in this picture right now. They wear this goggle. They went into an immersive world environment where they need to play a survival game. So if you are dead in that game, basically you are dead in real life. Okay. So of course that is going to be a little bit exaggerated as a movie. Okay, fine. So this metaverse is in development right now. And why I would say that cryptocurrency is just a fraction of what's the bigger thing to come. Okay, imagine this metaverse right now, of course, it's not ready yet, but by the time if it's ready, imagine running a business by then is going to be a total game changer. And why do I say that? Say, for example, I'm going to take this example of my student from India that is traveling all the way from like few thousand kilometers, fly all the way to Malaysia to learn martial art with me in Malaysia. And with that said, if metaverse is ready, there's no need for him to come over all the way here to Malaysia to learn from me, where we can actually have this experience of learning martial art through the metaverse, where I can do it at the comfort of my home, and he also can do it with the comfort of his home. Okay, you get me? So metaverse is basically as what a lot of people like to call it as world number 2, Earth 2, okay, like Earth number 2. Okay, for those of you who watch like DC comic or whatever, you have like Universe 2, Earth 2, like the multiverse, okay? So basically, you can actually interact with people. It's just like another world, okay? So to keep it simple, you are basically controlling your avatar inside the metaverse to do whatever you can't do in the real actual world. So you can go to shopping, you can go to watch a movie, you can go to attend to a webinar, a seminar, not webinar, a seminar, or it's on the physical seminar without you be there. Like, for example, you want to have a business networking meeting. Instead of traveling all the way to, let's say I have a meeting in France, I do not need to fly all the way to like few thousands of kilometers all the way to France to have this meeting, but I can actually have the similar experience of that meeting through the metaverse. Okay, so right now, before let's backtrack a little bit. Do you understand what's the difference between Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3? Do you have any idea because of what is this Web 3 is all about? We are in the Web 3 era right now. Okay, so before I go into details of that, do you understand what is actually Web 1? What the difference between Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3? Any one of you? Do you have any idea what is this Web 1, 2, 3 is all about? We are in the era of Web 3, 2 to 3 right now. Not exactly 3, in transition from 2 to 3. Any idea? Okay, so Donna say yes. Christy said, please explain. Excuse me. All right. So, well, what is this difference between Web 1, 2, and 3? Okay. Web 1 is the internet era. Internet era, before that, it was actually websites, right? So website, when we log into a certain websites, when you open certain page, we are basically reading from the page, okay? So when you read from the page, it's basically a one-way communications that you get information from that page. So you can't technically talk to the page because no one is going to respond to you. It's just a page, right? As if you're reading a book. So you're reading a page. So that was Web 1. Okay, Web 2, the other era, which is what we have experienced for the past few years, is where we have all those platforms such as like Facebook, like Zoom right now, where we can actually chat with each other. You can interact with another person from the other side of the internet. So that was Web 2. There was a two-way communications right here. But of course, excuse me, this two-way communication is limited to audio experience, where you can hear me right now, and visual experience only. That's the max that it can go. Okay, you can interact, but limited to audio and visual only, like what you are using this Zoom right now. Okay, now Web 3 is whereby, okay, before we go to that, okay, Web 2, apart from you can interact with other, you can basically place something in the internet. However, you don't own anything on the internet. Okay, say for example, Facebook. You can post your pictures on Facebook, but you don't own that picture, even though those are your pictures, okay? The moment when you place on Facebook, you post it on Facebook, those picture belongs to Facebook, okay? So it's one fine day, touch wood, if Facebook said, we want to close shop, we don't want to do business anymore, there's no more Facebook. What happens to all the picture that have been posted? It belongs to them. So there's nothing much that you can do because you don't own all those things. Okay, so this is also when you come to data infringement, where they can technically use your picture for some other means of business or advertising or all this kind of data infringement thing that might happen. Okay, so that was Web 2. All right. So in transition to Web 3, what is the difference between Web 2 and 3 is that you still have two-way interaction. And apart from you cannot own anything on Web 2, Web 3 right now, you can own something on the internet, such as NFT. Okay, so NFT is whereby you purchase this. NFT can come in a lot of format, but a lot of people that they understand what is actually this NFT is all about is just a JPEG picture that you can buy and download it to the phone, right? But NFT can come in a lot of formats, such as like a video format, an audio format, a book format, whatever format there is. Okay, so you can convert that into an NFT. Well, NFT, when you own an NFT, basically you have something that you own on the internet, and no one else can own the same product on the internet except you. Okay, so that is also why a few years back when NFT was on the boom, a lot of people what they tried to do was they tried to purchase some NFT, they flipped it and resell it at a higher price. Okay, because the moment when you purchase that, it is only you who has that particular picture or NFT. Okay, now if for those of you who have attended this before, we did this exercise. For those of you who never did this before, you can go to Google right now, since you're online, right? Go to Google right now and search for the most expensive NFT ever sold. See what you're going to find. Okay, go to Google, type in the most expensive NFT, see what you're going to find. Okay, you have access to your computer right now. Please do it right now and tell me what you found out from there. You might have probably seen a picture called The Verge. Okay, was it The Verge? I think so. It should be. Yeah, it should be The Verge. That if I remember correctly, that particular NFT or that picture is actually depicting a picture of I don't know whether is it a moon or a planet. Okay, so that picture itself has been selling for 92 million US dollar. Yeah, it is just a JPEG, right? Yeah, the merge Murat Pack 91.8 million. Yes, correct. You was right. Okay, so yes, that is like a picture of a moon that has been given the name called the merge, bought by this person called Murat Pack. Whether it's a real person or not, we don't know, for $91.8 million. Okay, so you can search for him in Google as well, right? So this person owns something on the internet. So today, there is no one else except this person who owns that particular NFT. So in Web3, you can basically own something on the internet, whether it's in form of NFT, whether it's in the form of whatever format you want to call it. Okay, you can actually own some land in the metaverse as well. So you can buy the land in the metaverse and you build your building up, and you can sold that land or sold that building, or you want to rent that building up, whatever you want to do it. Exactly like what we are currently doing in our real world, but it's in the digital immersive world. Okay, just imagine that. And when we say that, technology most of the time will replace whatever career that we currently have right now, right? Which is not necessarily true. Say, for example, if I'm going to attend to a network meeting, right, I need to purchase a suit for my avatar. Okay, so I'm going to walk around to shop around a suit for my avatar. So I went to this, let's say, Louis Vuitton shop, say for example. Okay, so I went to this Louis Vuitton shop. I saw this one very nice suit. I purchased that for my avatar. So that suit will comes in the format of an NFT, where my avatar will actually wear it. And how should I purchase this particular NFT suit for my avatar is true by using, you cannot use our local currency in the metaverse, right? The only currency that works in the metaverse is cryptocurrency. So that's why from the previous few slides I said that the next few slides will actually blows your mind. Cryptocurrency is just a small fraction of what's the bigger things to come. So when by then, I do not know when, I really looking forward to experience this, which by then, when Metaverse or Earth 2 is ready for consumption, the way that we run business is going to be is entirely different ball game ready. You do not need to rent a shop lot for you to sell your stuff. You do not need to have a Facebook account. You do not need to have a bank transaction account whatsoever. The way that we run business, if by then Metaverse is ready, it's going to be a ball game, a different ball game all along, where cryptocurrency will be in place, where you need to have, cryptocurrency where you do transactions with business, right? So with that said, when Metaverse is not ready yet, what we can do right now, okay, is to gain as much cryptocurrency as possible so that we can spend by that time to come. But of course, along the way, you can talk about investment opportunity and all this kind of thing. Okay. So this is just to share with you like why cryptocurrency is just a fraction of the whole bigger ecosystem to come, whereby Metaverse, NFT, cryptocurrency, it's all in one ecosystem. Okay. It's just like if for those Apple user that have been currently using iPhone, you will or should have an Apple Watch or maybe an iPod or maybe an iPad or maybe a MacBook and all these things, right? So Apple is the whole ecosystem. And all these products right here are in the same ecosystem, where crypto is just one of the fractions in the whole ecosystem here. Okay, included NFT and what are the other things to come that we might not know yet. Okay, so this is Metaverse. So like I said that the way that we run business, if Metaverse is ready, is going to be a totally different story it is. Okay, so that what do we need that you might also say that, hey, Sifu, how will Metaverse actually affect us, right? Now let's talk about this like a very simple one. What do we need if we start a business 20 years back? Okay, probably we might need a website, an email, maybe some payment system, or maybe a Facebook page account by then. Okay, but if let's say Metaverse is already launched, okay, so what do you think we need to do or have in order for us to start a business like 20 years from today? If let's say Metaverse is ready, okay, well, by then, all this website, email, payment system, Facebook page account for you to do marketing, all this kind of thing, it's not important anymore. Okay, so all you need, it is just some equipment for you to be in this immersive metaverse, and you're going to run business from there. And do you know that a hairdresser, okay, that work in the salon, when metaverse is ready, you might think that, hey, all these hairdresser that I always go to, right, they're going to lose their job because no one is going to cut their hair. No, not really. Okay, because when this hairdresser converted their business into metaverse, it's going to be one of the most sought after profession in the metaverse. The reason is because, say for example, that I wanted to attend to a rock concert, okay, with my avatar in the metaverse, right? I need to have a special hairdo for my avatar. So I need to go to the particular salon and choose whichever hairstyle that I want for my avatar. And the moment I choose those hairstyle for my avatar, who is going to provide it? It is all these hairdresser that happens to cut our hair here in the physical world. They are promoting that as well. They are going to work there in the metaverse by just providing the designs of this hairstyle that they came up with for your avatar. And the moment when you purchase that again by using cryptocurrency, and that hairstyle that you purchase is in the form of an NFT. Okay, so that's why I say that the whole metaverse is going to affect us in the way on how do we run business and how do we adapt to all this cryptocurrency here. It's going to be a different ball game altogether. Okay, so now we have talked about the features of cryptocurrency, why cryptocurrency is so special, why cryptocurrency is so important that we need to know. And what is the biggest why is that the problem that we're currently facing with our fiat currency right now, you need to have a solution where we believe all these years long enough for us to suffer from all these consequences of using all this fiat currency all this while. So it's time to change. Okay, it's time for us to have a fresher breather, a new page to be turned on to, where you do not need to constrain by governmental restrictions and borders and inflation, and you're scared of your money has been stolen, all this kind of thing. Okay, so that's why cryptocurrency has been invented. So I mean, like the creator of cryptocurrency is like seriously smart. I really admire the kind of idea. How do they came up with all this idea to create this cryptocurrency that enables us to have all these features for us to enjoy today? It is just marvelous. The ideology is just marvelous. Okay, now the next session, okay, we have talked about the features of cryptocurrency, why they are important, what the problem we're facing right here, and also what is the bigger things to come. Okay, so the next part we are going to talk about where can I buy all these cryptocurrencies? Since you say that, hey, Sifu, crypto is so good, and how do you solve a problem in the fiat currency? Where can I buy this? Okay, so this section we are going to talk about a few options that you can consider. Where can you purchase your cryptocurrency? Number one, what we call it as cryptocurrency exchanges. These cryptocurrency exchanges are online platforms that allow users to buy and sell cryptos using their fiat currency or other currencies as well. Some popular cryptocurrency exchanges included Binance, Bybit, Kraken, Gemini, and so on. There are a lot out there. Okay, there are plenty and a lot out there. And all these cryptocurrency exchanges are actually, you can register for it for free. And basically what they did was they are going to provide you with a wallet, an e-wallet. Okay, so this e-wallet is where you can store those cryptocurrency that you purchase from that particular platform. So when you purchase this Bitcoin, let's say, for example, is going to be stored in this wallet of your own. So this wallet is only you that can access to that wallet. And this is the same wallet that you're going to use to do transactions. If you're running a business right here, you can actually do transaction for you to receive crypto and for you to withdraw crypto or transfer crypto out to your particular vendor. Okay, so cryptocurrency exchanges is where the first place where you can look for to buy or purchase cryptocurrency. Number two is what we call it as peer-to-peer marketplaces or P2P. Okay, so P2P marketplaces such as local Bitcoins, Paxful, it allows other users to buy and sell cryptocurrency directly with other users without the need of any intermediary. So some of the crypto exchanges, they have incorporated their own P2P marketplace as well. And some of them also, you have this, what we call it as a third-party P2P, where you purchase from this third party. It's built inside this exchange where you can purchase this P2P, and this third party is going to credit whatever they purchase into your wallet. Okay, so it's going to be very, very easy. So peer-to-peer marketplaces is basically you are going to do transactions with your local community from wherever you're from. Say you're from New Zealand. So the moment when you click onto these P2P options inside this exchange, is going to brought you to a marketplace with all the local New Zealand user of that particular exchange that doing exchange over there. So yeah, the trading over there. So if let's say you wanted to buy Bitcoin from P2P, basically you're buying from one of the user in New Zealand. Of course, you need to do your bank transfer to the account that already given to you, that you already stated for this particular vendor that is selling Bitcoin over there. So you're going to do the transfer. The moment when they receive the funds in the bank, then they are going to release the coin to you in the wallet. Okay, so it's going to be pretty easy. The same goes to, let's say you wanted to sell off your cryptocurrency as well. So I wanted to sell off my Bitcoin in this P2P. So what is going to happen is that someone from the P2P community in Malaysia is going to respond to my vendor or my ads. Okay, so I can basically just click to sell to this particular person. Then this person, which I do not know who, is going to make this bank transfer to my account. So the moment when I receive the balance of funds that I require to sell this cryptocurrency, then only I click on release funds, then he's going to receive my cryptocurrency in his wallet, his or her wallet. Okay, so as simple as that. So this is what we call it as P2P. But bear in mind, even P2P as well, you might actually, if you're unlucky, you might encounter one or two scammers that is trying to scam your money out of it. So please be very, very careful. Okay, as you goes along, if you have this opportunity to do a P2P transaction, if you don't understand it, you can just double check with me. Okay, so whether this vendor is genuine or not. Okay, so next, where else can you buy your cryptocurrency? This is what we call it as the Bitcoin ATM. Well, Bitcoin ATMs allows users to buy and sell Bitcoin and other cryptos using cash They can be found inside the major cities around the world. And it just looks like an ATM machines where you can buy whatever crypto that you want by keying your address, your wallet address into that. Then you pay your cash into this machine right here. Then the crypto will be credited into your wallet, okay, immediately. But in Malaysia, we don't see this yet. We don't have this over here in Malaysia yet. But the other day, yeah, let me just go around that first, okay? So Bitcoin ATM is one of the way where you can buy cryptocurrency. So now this is interesting. OTC trading, or we call it as over the counter, okay, where it allows users to buy or sell large amount of crypto using of these traditional exchanges. OTC trading is typically used by institutional investors or high net worth individuals. So it's not available everywhere, but from my last trip to Hong Kong, to my surprise, right, instead of foreign exchange that exchange your foreign currency to Hong Kong dollars to be able to spend in Hong Kong, and some of these foreign exchange counter actually offers cryptocurrency not exchange, but they trade. Okay, so basically, like for example, you wanted to buy Bitcoin or USDT over there, you just pay whatever currency to them, then they are going to credit to a wallet. So to my surprise, there are not only one or two, but there are a lot of them over there in Hong Kong. So you can see this over-the-counter trading is also one of the easier methods for you to access or buy cryptocurrency, if you're in Hong Kong, of course, right? So in some of the major cities, I do not know yet, and some of the like Bitcoin ATMs is not widely available to all the countries. And yeah, if you have that, then you're lucky. You can probably use that to buy your crypto. Okay, so these are the few ways or methods where you can buy cryptocurrency. Okay, and also one more misconceptions that I have been asked by a lot of people: owning cryptocurrency, is it legal? Okay, is it legal for us to own cryptocurrency? So what do you think? What do you think? Is it legal for us to own cryptocurrency? Because I do have friends who ask me, I am OTC is the normal Cyprus. Ah, yes. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, OTC is normal Cyprus. Okay, great. We don't have that here in Malaysia too. So in Malaysia, I think the cryptocurrency market is not so widely exposed yet. A lot of people, they are still very new to cryptocurrency, that you do not know what is this. And some of them even thought to the extent that cryptocurrency is actually a scam. It's a bubble that is going to burst. And where else it has been like in the market for the past 13 years. Bitcoin has been in the past 13 years, and now it's already at 100,000%, right? 100K. Yeah. Yesterday it was like raised back up to 100,000. The price of Bitcoin I'm referring to. So now, is it legal for us to own cryptocurrency? Okay, I've been asked this question. So to answer to this question, right, I would say that in most of the countries, cryptocurrency, not only Bitcoin itself, cryptocurrency is not regulated. Okay, so with that said, owning cryptocurrency is not a crime. It is not legal as well, but it's not regulated. So there's always this gray area in between there that make people confused whether should I actually buy cryptocurrency and keep it? Is it legal for us to own cryptocurrency? And there was one incident of one of my friend that when he drove back home, and apparently there was a roadblock by the police. And as it stopped, I think the police was requesting that to check what is actually, has he actually using his phone while he was driving. And apparently the police officer saw this crypto exchanges app that's been downloaded onto his phone. And the police officer said, hey, you're not supposed to have this one. This is illegal. And without any prior knowledge of understanding behind or strong understanding behind it, so he made, oh, really? Is it illegal? So he kind of deleted the exchange. So the next time when someone asks us that owning cryptocurrency, is it something illegal? Well, it's not something that is illegal. It is just that cryptocurrency is not regulated by any government. Reason being is very simple. There is no government can literally use cryptocurrency to exchange for their local currency, because they cannot do that. You cannot regulate cryptocurrency in any of these countries. Say, for example, Malaysia. Let's say Malaysia regulate Bitcoin to be used widely across Malaysia. So what is going to happen to Ringgit Malaysia, our own local currency, right? It's going to collapse. So when our local currency collapse, the whole Malaysian economy will collapse at the very same time. So they cannot afford to have anything like that to happen, right? So they cannot regulate cryptocurrency. But with that said, owning cryptocurrency is not something illegal. We are not going to rob someone for that, right? So we are going to purchase it. It's something that we purchase. So it's not wrong to own cryptocurrency. It's not illegal to own cryptocurrency. It's just that it's not regulated. If someone challenges you, you can just probably ask them, tell me which law have I broken of owning a cryptocurrency? Basically, there's none. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so owning cryptocurrency is not a crime. Okay, now next, we have talked about the features. We have talked about the problem of fiat currency. We talk about why it's so important. We talk about the bigger things to come. We have also talked about where you can buy this cryptocurrency. Now next, we are going to talk about how can we make money from cryptocurrency. Okay, so when you talk about making money from cryptocurrency, there are a couple of ways and there are a couple of products in crypto that you can consider to make money from. So let's go through out of it. All right. People who make money out of crypto are called the retail traders. People like you and me are retail traders, while those people who have tons of cryptos or money, which is very, very rich people, who are those people that are able to manipulate the market, which are called whales. Okay, I believe that most of us here knows who is Elon Musk. Okay, and do you know that Elon Musk X account, Twitter account, that has been changed to the name of Cassius Maximus? Okay, Elon Musk X account that has been changed to the name of Cassius Maximus, and the profile picture of this Cassius Maximus account has been changed to this Pepe logo, this coin Pepe logo. And you know what happened? The moment when it changed to that profile picture, the price of Pepe shoots all the way up to the moon. Just because of that. But of course, yeah, he also traded in Pepe. So yeah, that is part of it, as we call it, as a whale. But people like you and me, yes, exactly, bro. Elon makes coins go crazy. Yeah, it makes coins go crazy. Oh, crypto is legal in New Zealand. Oh, that's great. That's great. So it's a good expansion for you that if New Zealand make it, crypto is legal for you to own it. For here, it is not illegal to own it, but you cannot also say that it's widely available. So you cannot use it over here. Okay, unless some certain vendors that you say that, hey, I agree to receive crypto from you, then that is fine. You can just do that. But there's always this fine or gray area that to legalize cryptocurrency in Malaysia. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so how do we make money from crypto? We are retail traders. We are just trading from the difference in pricing. So we cannot manipulate market. We don't have enough funds for us to manipulate market. For those who can manipulate the funds are called the whales, right? And how the retail traders make money is by trading in the crypto market. So what is trading? I think I do not need to explain this, right? So trading is basically just an activity of buy and sell. You sell something, I buy something from you, then I pay you something for that. So as a reward, okay? It's very simple. I don't need to kind of explain for that what's trading. So in crypto, whom are we actually trading with? Basically, we are trading crypto in a couple of ways. With a friend, you can trade the crypto with a friend. You can exchange it. If some of the friends are willing to sell a cryptocurrency for you, you can just buy it from them. Okay. You can trade with the institutions. You can trade with an exchange as well. Okay. So there are a couple of products that you can make money from crypto, such as spot trading, derivatives, or futures trading. You can also earn. Earn is something like your local bank saving account. When you cap a certain amount of USDT over there, then they will pay you a certain amount of profits, a small amount of profit per year, APY. Okay, excuse me. You can also choose to buy NFT, but NFT is something that I would advise to stay away from now. For now, okay. The reason is because the whole ecosystem is not ready yet. Okay, so if you still remember what I talked about, the whole ecosystem of the metaverse, right? NFT is part of it. Why NFT is not able to launch it like what crypto does is because the whole ecosystem is not ready yet. Okay, so if only NFT alone is quite hard to survive. That's why nowadays you rarely heard people talks about how to flip an NFT and make money anymore, because basically NFT market has been declining since then. Okay, maybe I just said maybe until the day when the metaverse is ready, maybe you might going to see some change in the NFT market. Okay, so all these things are the couple of products you can make money from crypto, such as spot trading, derivatives, and all this kind of thing. But you might also ask, out of all these products, okay, spot trading, derivatives, crypto, futures trading, earn or NFT, which one of them that can actually make the most money? Okay, so a lot of people are interested in this. I'm going to give my take, okay, the way I look at it, how you can actually make more money out of it. Excuse me. Well, it depends on a few factors. Okay. One, how much funds do you have to make money? And number two, how fast you want to make this money? And number three, whether are you able to do what it takes to make this money from the crypto market? Okay. So why do I say it so? Everyone's risk appetite is different. Everyone's wallet is different. Everyone's preference is different. Some wanted to make fast money. Some wanted to make big but slower money. They don't mind that. And some are looking forward for an investment opportunity, okay, to make money. Possible as well. But before we go along to all those things, you might also wanted to know which one of these that can gives you a higher chances to make more money because you wanted to explore to that area as well, right? I'm going to give you some comparison of ROI based on a few traditional investment platform available for us all this while. Okay, number one is stocks. Everyone knows what is stocks, right? So you can buy a stocks of a company like Apple, Adidas, or whatever that is. Okay, you can buy the performance, but of course, in order for you to buy stocks, you need to do a lot of fundamental analysis to understand what is this company is doing. You might need to look at the journal of P&L, what is going to be the future projects of this particular company, so that it gives you the confidence to invest into the stocks of this company. Depends on how much money that you have, then you can buy some certain units of stocks of this company. Well, an average annual return of a stock market is around 10 to 12%. Now, I would like you to pay attention to the last figure here, 10% to 12%. That means if you are lucky enough to invest in a stock, okay, we call it the blue chip stock. If you invest in a stock and the stock will pay you back dividend, and also we call it as profit as well, okay? An average annual return of any stock market is around 10 to 12%. Just keep that in mind first, 10 to 12% for stocks, okay? Now, let us move on to the next slide. What are the other products or investment opportunities available out there? You can also buy bonds. Bonds are debt securities that pay fixed interest rate to their investors. Well, the annual average return for bonds vary depending on the type of bond, but a diversified bond portfolio can yield around 3 to 5% per annum. Okay, stocks is 10 to 12%, bond is 3 to 5%. So what else? Real estate. Well, real estate investment can generate enough for you to have this rental income. Okay, capital appreciation when the property increases in values and tax benefits. Well, according to historical data, the average annual return for real estate is around 8%. That means if you buy a property and you rent it out, you will be able to kind of like cover your installment to the bank. But the moment when you sold off this property, yeah, the average annual return, you're going to get about 8%. Okay, that is in real estate. And so happened, I met one of my real estate friend, and he advised me, he says, Sifu, you know what? If you are trying to invest into real estate, right now is not the right time. Right? It's not the right time. Unless you say that you wanted to buy a certain property for you to stay in that property, then probably yes. But the moment when you did that, especially new property, don't expect to sell off that property in the next 10 years because the valuations and also the bank already pre-make your money the moment when you bought that property 10 years ahead. That means the price that you bought a property now, it's not the price now. It is the price of the next 10 years to come. It's future price. So which means you are buying at the future price of the next 10 years. Unless you wait after this next 10 years, then it is only the actual price of that particular property. So that's why if you thought that I wanted to purchase a property so that I can sell it off, flip it, we call it flip, you don't do it right now. This is not the right time. Okay, so 8% for real estate. Next one, what else you can actually make money from here is mutual funds. Okay, mutual funds are the type of investment that pools money from multiple investors to invest in a stocks, bond, or we call it as funds, right? I call it as unit trust. Okay, it's considered mutual funds as well. I invest in unit trust a couple of years back, and you know what happened after 5 years of putting my funds in this you call that mutual funds or unit trust, I still lose money. I lose money. So I got so fed up, I withdraw all my funds and I put in Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin. I got double paid when it increased to at least 100,000. Okay, but of course I don't enter so early. I entered at around 30,000, and the price today has been go all the way to 100,000. Yes, you can imagine how many times I made from there. As in putting my money in unit trust, after 5 years, I still lose money. Okay, so that is like crazy, right? So mutual funds, of course, a well-diversified portfolio can yield around 7 to 8% per annum. Okay, ETF. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, exchange traded funds. Oh yeah, Bitcoin just hit 102,000 again. Yes, it's just crazy. Okay, so I'm not too sure whether I still have that Bitcoin positions as we speak. Hopefully, I still have that. Okay, now ETF, exchange traded funds. ETF are similar to mutual funds, but they just are stock. They are traded on stock exchange just like individual stocks. Okay, and for those of you who might have known already, Bitcoin has an ETF. Ethereum also has an ETF. So basically, for those people who invested in stocks market, you need to go to a remiser, right? You might need to call the remiser, tell him that I wanted to buy this particular stock. Now I can help me buy 1 Bitcoin or help me buy 2 Bitcoins through a remiser, because those people they are used to use remiser when they trade the stocks, so they probably don't understand how you can actually use exchanges access to buy all this the real Bitcoin as well. Okay, so ETF are similar to mutual funds, but they traded on the stock exchange. Well, an average annual return of ETF, depending on the types of funds, okay, it will give you roughly about like 6 to 8% per annum. Okay, so right now, what do you think the percentages that cryptocurrency can extend to you? Okay, so we talk about stocks that yields about 10 to 12% per annum. We talk about real estate. We talk about mutual funds. We talk about bonds. We talk about all these available traditional investment out there. That is in average of all those percentages that I've showed you a while ago. What do you think the percentage if you invested in cryptocurrency? Okay, just give me a few ideas there. What do you think? How much money that you can actually make from cryptocurrency? So you're talking about 10 to 12% from stocks. I think that was the highest one out of all the slides that I showed you just now, right? Stocks like 10%, 12%. That's one of the highest one. Okay. So what do you think? How much do you think you can make from cryptocurrency? Dollar said it's thousands of percentage. Maybe. So what else? How much do you think you can make from cryptocurrency? GB said it's 100 times. So how much do you think you can make from cryptocurrency? How much in terms of percentage, roughly, that you can make from crypto? So Donna said thousands. JB said it's 100 times. So how much do you think you can make? So to give you an idea, again, the next few slides might actually blow your mind again. Christy said is that I know of 22,000%. Yeah, this is some my interesting part of doing this workshop. Okay, so the moment when I show the next few slides, right, it's kind of like it's a jaw-dropping experience, because like especially for those traditional investors out there, where they get use of this, well, anything around 20% for them is like way more enough for them. Okay, so when I show this percentage for ROI I made from cryptocurrency, I will just have that jaw dropped. Okay, now let's go into this. Okay, how much you can actually get from cryptocurrency? Okay, but before that, let me just give you some scenario and do some basic calculation. Say you invested in any of the above, okay, whether stocks, mutual funds, bonds, or whatever there is. Okay, I take this highest average return of, let's say, 10% per annum as your profits. Okay, imagine you invested $10,000. After a year, based on 10%, you'll be getting $1,000. Is that sounds good to you? If it sounds good to you, just type good in the comment section. Okay, if it sounds good to you, just type a good and okay in the comment section. Imagine you just put $10,000 in this particular whatever investment there is, and you don't need to do anything. And after a year, you get rewarded with $1,000 without doing anything. Does it sound good to you? If you feel that sounds good, just type a yes in the chat box or in the comment section for those of you watching this from YouTube. Yeah, it's fair. It's not that bad, right? It's considered okay because you don't need to do anything. If you have some extra funds like $10,000, put into any of this investment, say you get like 10%, you're going to get paid like $1,000 at the end of the day, which is like, I think, yeah, it's considerably good, okay? It's considerably good. Now, what if I told you that you can make that same amount of $1,000 by only using $100 instead? And what's even more interesting that you don't even need 1 year to make this $1,000, or you probably need just a few hours or few days, worst case a month. Now, would you be interested to know how? If yes, type a yes in the chat box right now. I'm going to show you how we can actually make this. Instead of use $10,000 to make $1,000, you can also only use $100 to make the same $1,000. You want to know how, please type a yes in the chat box or just comment yes if you're watching this from YouTube. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this. Come on. Yes. Okay. Now, let's look at this. Okay. This is one of my position on Ethereum that I have been making 2,672% of profits. And that has been fetching me $153,000. Okay. And if this 2,000 over percent doesn't impress you, let's look at the next one. One of my Bitcoin trade that hit all the way until 12,436%. That brought me 214,000 US dollar. And this was another trade, 1,590%. That fetches me 32,000 US dollar. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, what about this? 16,000%, 37,000%. Now, I can, excuse me, I can guarantee you, if you came from the background of a traditional investment, right? All these figures right here, it seems impossible for you to achieve. And let me show you that all these things are achievable in within days. You don't even need to wait for a year to have anything lesser than this. Yep, you are able to do that, okay? And this is what we call it as futures trading or derivatives trading, in which what is going to be our focus for the next 2 days in our workshop as well. Okay, impressive or not? 37,000. What kind of investment that will give you this kind of return? 37,000. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, this is one of my trades there. My life is a lie. Yeah, bro. It's not too late to understand that. Our life is a lie. Okay, now let's move on. What you need to do, okay, I think I forgot to hide this slide, but never mind. This is basically, once you understand that crypto is the features of cryptocurrency, the problem we face and all this kind of thing, where to buy crypto, you understand already. Basically, this slide, it will tell our previous participant what you're going to do next. Okay, as part of the homework, you need to have a crypto wallet. So now, in this part 2 of this workshop, okay, we are going to do this together as per what we have mentioned a while ago. This is supposed to be a homework for those of them who haven't attended this before. So as part 2 of today's workshop, we are going to do this together, how you are going to create your first exchange wallet for yourself. Okay, so how can we do this? I hope that you are accessing this Zoom meeting right now by using a computer or laptop. That's going to be good. Don't access it through the phone. Okay, when you access it to a phone, you're going to have some challenges into accessing to this website right now. Okay, for those of you who haven't or who already have your BitUnix account set up, which is fine, this is especially for those of you who haven't have your BitUnix account set up. Okay, this is what you are going to do. Okay, we are going to do this together, and I might need to stop share my slide. Okay, Let me stop sharing my slide first. And okay. So I'm going to go to this web page. Just give me a second, okay? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just turn this on. Hang on. I need to log out from my account first so that I can show you what do I mean by that. Just give me 1 second, guys. To log out. Okay. So here we go. Let me share my screen again. Excuse me. Is it? Hang on. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? I need to turn on this one. Where is my Google Chrome? I couldn't find my Chrome over here. Wait, this is not the one. Sorry. Let me try. I couldn't find my Google Chrome. Come on. A big Unix. Okay, here it is. Okay, right. For those of you who are still new and you haven't got your BitUnix account has been set up yet, we are going to do this together. Okay, this is only for those of you who are new and who is watching this video on the replay. Probably for those of you who are attending to this Zoom session, probably you might have your BitUnix account already set up, which is cool. And for those of you who are watching this on YouTube live or a replay, you might need to do this by following these few steps. Okay. First step, okay, you will need to key in this thing. Where is my annotation? Okay, you might need to key it on the browser. Okay, very simple. bit.ly/bitunixsifuwong. Okay, just key in that. So I think I have something is drawn here accidentally. Okay, so try to key in that right now on your browser. Please use a Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer for those of you who are still using that, or maybe an Opera. If you're using a mobile phone, it's going to be a little bit difficult. You might need to open up your browser by type in this bit.ly, bit.ly/bitunix, bitunix sifuwong. Okay, and you will be led to a page something like this. All right. So what you need to do, you just need to type in your email. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to key in, let's say, one of my email. And you just need to key in your password from there. Excuse me. Okay, hang on, just key in your password, whatever password that you wanted to create. And right before you click on the sign up button, this step is going to be super important. Okay. You can either sign up using your mobile, but I would advise that you use your email to sign up. Okay, use your email to sign up. The reason being, excuse me, the reason being, if you use your mobile to sign up, sometimes when you change your mobile phone number, it's going to be a little bit challenging for you to retrieve back whatever information that BitUnix might going to send you. Okay, so please use an email to sign up. So type your email and just type in whatever password that you're going to use for your futures login. Before you click on sign up, click onto this referral code and make sure this referral code is there. It's called 8US6. Okay, 8US6. For those who are typing this in, this referral code is hard-coded that you can't change anything. But there are, for some reason, some technical reason that I don't understand at all, sometimes this code doesn't appear, or maybe you have exited and going back again, this code will not appear. So if this code doesn't appear here, please remember to key in it manually, 8US on small letter and number 6, okay, 8UX6. So once you make sure that this is already typed in over here, check this box out and click on sign up. So what is going to happen is that they are going to give you some puzzle for you to choose. So they ask you to select 3 images with ship. This is going to be different each and every time or each and every account that you are created. So click 1, 2, 3 with ship. Then you are going to be verified, and there will be a password that will be sent over to you to your email. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to head on to my email and check for this 6-digit verification code. Yeah, let me just check my email. My email 6-digit verification code. Where is this? Okay, I don't see the email that has been sent over yet. Hang on. Okay, is it in spam mail? Let me just double check. Where is this email that has landed? Let me check it over here. Okay, BitUnix creating new account. So this is going to be the 503836. So I'm just going to type in 503836 and access to BitUnix. Oops. Have I typed in the wrong number? Oh, 503836. This is 503836. And access to BitUnix. And ta-da! So basically that is how you create your account. So your account has been created right now. But of course, in today's session, I'm not going to talk about the details on how you are going to use your BitUnix account. In fact, I am going to include the link to a YouTube tutorial where I talk about how you can use your BitUnix account by funding it, how you can fund your wallet, how you can make a spot trading, how you can use futures trading, and so on. And that link of the video, if for those of you who subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Crypto Lab YouTube channel, the video is there. Okay, but just in case that you cannot find it, I'm going to attach that link to that video into the description area of this particular video. After this session has ended, I'm going to put in the description over there where you can watch that video as a reference on how do you get use of this BitUnix account that you've just created, how you're going to use it, how you are going to enjoy this welcome bonus, how you can collect a win or 2 BTC, how you can place a trade on spot, how you can make a futures trading. And please watch that video as your part homework because I do not want to go through that. Okay, I just need to make sure that you created your account correctly by inputting the referral code. That is the most important thing that a lot of people tends to miss out. And why is this so important is because when you sign up for your new BitUnix account under this referral link of 8US6, which is my link, where I'm going to put you into a Telegram group. So once you have signed up for your BitUnix account, please send me a Telegram message or just send me a DM into whichever platform that you're currently using, either Facebook or YouTube or whatsoever. Send me a user ID where I'm going to put you into a Telegram group. And whenever you sign up for your new BitUnix account using that particular referral code 8UX6, right? You are going to be eligible for our monthly trading competition, in which currently right now we have one running competition that we are doing, in which I think our boys are hitting it hard. Probably I haven't checked the last figure how much we have hit. So I think we have almost hit to 1.5 million in terms of volume for the past few days already. So that competition, of course, when you trade, you are going to get rewarded. It's a competition based. And even though you don't hit the main top few prizes, you still have consolation prizes as well. Terms and conditions applies, of course. So at the very same time, if you have any challenges accessing to your account or any technicalities with your account, you can refer to me, and I have the right person to refer to in BitUnix. So that's why it's important that you sign up using that right link so that I can support you in terms of anything that you need pertaining to your particular account. Because if you don't do that, I cannot trace your account and I do not know how to help you with that. So make sure that you sign up for your account correctly, in which previously a lot of people, they don't do it correctly, and it makes things very, very difficult for me to give them a support from there. So that's why that is the part that I need to make sure that everyone do it correctly first. But in terms of how do you going to use your account, it's going to be on that tutorial video that is going to last, I think, almost about 1 hour, I think. So go through that video. At least you know how to use this BitUnix exchange for you to buy your what you call it, to fund your account, for you to place a trade, because you will need that knowledge on the third day, where I'm going to show you example how you can actually place live trades using this BitUnix account that you have created. So please make sure that you fund your account at the very least, $10 to $100 only on BitUnix account. Okay, so refer to that in tutorial video how you can fund your wallet. At least I would need everyone to fund $10 to $100 into your BitUnix account, where I'm going to use these funds, not use your fund. Okay, you are going to use this fund to place a live trading on the third day. Okay, it's optional on how much you want to use it, but at least I would need everyone to be able to fund their account 10 to 100 USDT. Okay, by the third day. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Back to my slide again. Right. Okay, so basically, we'll talk about the features of cryptocurrency. You know the whys and hows and where to buy it, and you created your first accounts already. This is the part where I'm going to open up for questions for those of you who might wanted to ask any question. Either you're from the Zoom session here or you're watching live from YouTube. Okay, so please type your question if you have any that you accumulated along the way. Please drop me a question. This is question time for the floor. You can ask any question you cover, or maybe we have not covered, you wanted to know about it. This is the time for you to ask question for your first day of the workshop. Is there any questions that you would like to ask? Feel free to ask questions for those of you who are here in Zoom, and for those of you who are watching from your YouTube live as well. So if you're watching this on a replay on YouTube, if you have any question at this moment of time, please type in the comment section. I will reply it on the comment section also later on. No question asked? I feel like on fire. Yes, bro. It's interesting. It's interesting. The moment when you adapt to the life of cryptocurrency, right? Everything seems to change and everything seems to be so beautiful. I don't know. For me, it seems just beautiful. You know, we just have this conversation last night with folk, and we kind of like talk about how we can actually make best use of this crypto trading right here to make best use of it to improve our life. So it is not only like making money, you know, so making money, money is not the main motivation of it. It's never the motivation. But when you're adapting to this cryptocurrency, right? For me, it's just like it's just like the religion. Okay. A lot of people ask me, see, how you can trade until like 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. Then the next 7 a.m., then you send another P&L poster to the group. Have you ever slept? So I don't get the name of Batman or Doctor Strange that exists in all the multiverse right here for no reason at all. So you kind of like see me online most of the time, and I have that ability to do that. But of course, with a slight limitations, especially like Jim, you know me, whenever I have trainings, then I won't be able to do that. But yet again, trading for me is like all the time. So I don't have like a trading window and anything like that. So I can basically trade almost 24 hours a day, in which that you can see that I on almost online all the time when you drop any question to the Telegram group. Yeah, there are times sometimes I feel a little bit tired, but yeah, when you saw all these profits that you make from your trades, you will basically won't feel tired. Yes, you won't feel tired. Okay, so I assume there is no questions from the floor that you might want to ask right now at this moment. So don't worry. If you have anything that crossed your mind that you wanted to know, please drop me a question, okay, on the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube. And remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you don't miss out anything important. And you can also watch back this replay anytime that you want, okay? So you're welcome, Donna. You're welcome. Great to have you here. So please remember to log in at the same time tomorrow from using the same link, of course. And tomorrow we are going to talk about the technicality of trading, in which you might need to prepare a pen and paper for you to write down some notes over there. Okay, tomorrow is going to be a little bit technical there. All right, so I guess that will be it for today. Thank you very much for attending to the first day free live training workshop. Okay, so I'm going to see you tomorrow for our technicality of trading. Okay, thank you so much. Remember, when you sign up for your BitUnix account, send me your user ID so that I can add you to the support Telegram group support. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Osby. Thank you, Christy. See you.